Kendall Gilroy. How you doing, brother?
What's up?
How you doing?
What do you feel you are in kind of competing for this starting role so far?
You said where I feel where I am.
Yeah, where do you feel you are in terms of this competition?
I mean, I don't really try to look at it. I mean, we've been rotating pretty much the whole camp and everything like that. So I know nothing's going to be given to me. I'm still going out there just trying to prove myself every single practice, every single game that I'm the guy that can fit at cornerback position for the team.
Where's your confidence in if you are that guy stepping in week one and going against that Rams offense?
Oh, yeah, I got major confidence in myself. I mean, I know the work that I put in this offseason with my trainers and everything like that. So my confidence level is up there, and I'm just ready to go out there and prove myself to everybody that I belong.
How beneficial is it to have this time that you didn't have a year ago to kind of get going and ready for the season?
Yeah, it's real beneficial. I mean, going out there having OTAs and everything like that, and the whole camp process, preseason games. So just getting those reps, that's all it takes, getting all those reps and everything like that. So it really helps a lot.
What is it like to be competing for a starting job, be part of that during camp, knowing how much every day, every rep can matter?
Yeah, it's a blessing. I mean, this early on in my career, going to year 2, being in a position to help, being in a position to be a starter in the NFL, and that a lot of people don't get that chance, opportunity to do so. I know I'm going to take full responsibilities and full action for my play and everything like that. So I'm ready.
When do you expect that what have they told you about when they're going to tell you if you are the starter or not? Like, when is that?
I don't even know for real. They don't really say. I just go out there and play ball.
You know, even with Trufant out, it seemed like you were getting mostly second-team reps. I think it was yesterday or whatever. Was that a wake-up call for you coming off of the Bills game?
Not at all. I mean, we split most of the time. Even when True is here, like one team period, he'll go with the ones, and then sometimes I'll go with the ones and everything like that. So, I mean, yep.
Are you hoping to play Saturday? I know some starters or regulars won't, but I mean, do you feel like you need to solidify your position and improve?
I mean, to me, honestly, even if I was a full-time starter, I mean, I love ball. So, if it was up to me, I'll play every game. So I'll just let the coach decide on how they feel about the situation. If I'm playing, I'm gonna go out there and compete, just like I always do.
How's your relationship been with Trufant, even though you all are both competing for that spot?
Yeah, real good. Like I said, a while back. I mean, I grew up in Atlanta. He was drafted by the Falcons and everything like that. So I've been watching him, been a fan of him and everything. So just having him around the building as a mentor has been real beneficial for me.
What's it been like to go through all this with Jalen? Just you guys came in the league together, second year. What's your guys' relationship like?
Yeah, me and Jalen, we're real close. I mean, me and him both, the young guys and everything, like you said, came in together. So we're real close. We're helping each other and everything. So that's my guy.
What do you like most about his game?
But to be his size, he's a little taller than me, but he still has nice footwork as he's like a 5'10", 5'11" person. So I like to see that he has good footwork, good hips, and great ball skills as well.
Kendall, you know the standard of this defense over the last several years. Do you feel pressure on yourself to step in if you were that starter to not only just the standard you would hold yourself to, but knowing what this defense wants to accomplish?
No pressure at all. I mean, because I know what I'm capable of. I know my talents, my skill levels, and what I can do in the field. So I'm just ready to go out there and just show everybody.
The front seven of this defense, at its best, is supposed to really benefit or help, guys in the back. But yet, with some guys out, especially Eddie, you haven't really seen it quite at full speed. How eager are you to kind of see the whole defense and be able to take benefit from, the defense being at full strength, especially at front seven?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to be real good getting everybody back out there on the field, everybody flying around and everything. So when we get everybody out, I mean, everybody pretty much healthy for the most part right now, just little things they getting together and everything. So it's going to be real good.
Did you see anything in the first 2 preseason games on tape that maybe you can improve on?
I know going into the first preseason game, I would just say I'm gonna play a lot of bump and run, just see where I'm at. Last week, I was just trying to see how I felt playing a little off and everything like that. Just trying to see what's going to work for me for week 1 and throughout the season, and just going to put all into my toolbox.
What was it like to put one in the takeaway bucket this week?
Oh, good. It's always good to make plays on the ball, man. That's what we hop on because that's what's going to win games. So when you get a chance to make plays, you got to take the opportunity, take advantage of it.
Thanks, guys.
been this year compared to what you guys had of preseason last year?
I mean, it existed. I mean, for me, honestly, it's just a totally different ballgame. 'Cause I mean, even last year I was limited during camp, so I really didn't get the full experience of even having camp last year. So this is my first real camp. This is my first real preseason. I mean, I'm just taking it all in, enjoying the opportunity I get to get better each and every day.
Even though you were successful last year, how beneficial has this felt, having this time, as opposed to what last year was?
What makes you think I was successful last year?
It's a good question. You played very well last year. You don't think you were successful?
Personally, I wouldn't say that last year was a success for me. I'm not gonna say it was a bad year, but it just wasn't what I wanted. I mean, statistically, and just the goals I set out for myself, I feel like I didn't reach more than I reached. I mean, that I wouldn't consider that successful in my eyes. It was a solid year for sure to build on. But, I mean, this year is really just about doing the little things that I can do to really check off each and every one of my goals.
Jalen, what left you most unsatisfied?
I want to say, for one, I would say giving up touchdowns. That's not something I do. I know it comes with the game, but just for my standard, I try to limit the big plays. And then also, I didn't have any interceptions, so those two were probably my biggest things to fix.
Eddie and Tayshawn have been in here in recent weeks. They speak very highly of where they see your career going. What do you hope they see in you? What do you think they see in you?
Fight, honestly, just the will to just be better. And even talking to them, going through just my mental state that I was in last year compared to this year, it's totally different. And I mean, I feel like that's something that as athletes we have to do and get better at, is our mental state as well as our physical being, as well as just getting better each and every day. An opportunity, and I feel like they can see that, and the defense can feel that for me. And I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna compete, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna try to get better. And they're gonna see the work that I put in the off season, now getting in extra work. So I mean, everybody's gonna see that for sure.
Speaking of mentally, how are you preparing yourself this year, knowing that you are that solidified #1 corner? That means you're going to be targeted and be basically taking on the best of the league has to offer. Where are you mentally, and how are you preparing for that?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I prepared for that my whole life. Fighting and going against adversity, going against hard times, competing in everything I do is something that I've done my whole life being where I'm from. So, I mean, it's no different now, just going against another human being, competing and playing the game I love. So I mean, it's not no pressure I put on myself. It's what I've been doing my whole life on and off the field, just fighting and competing for everything I get.
I think it was Tashawn Gibson that said that you could be a top 5 cornerback
100%.
in this league. What do you think about that? Could you? Is that the goal for you, to be that?
Our goal is to be #1, so I mean, that's what I work for. We all know who's at the top of that list, and we know what it's going to take to get there. So I mean, it's just taking baby steps, not really looking too far ahead, but just handling what's in front of me right now.
I know it's limited, Jalen, but have you noticed an uptick in progress in the offense and going against this offense and what they've looked like in camp?
For sure. I feel like it starts off kind of with confidence. I feel like they're a lot more confident this year in their abilities and what's going on. They just feel better. You can kind of feel it from them, kind of their energy. And even from the defensive standpoint, we want to push them. Because if we are one of the best defenses in the league, then we know that they're going to be able to go against other defenses and feel a slight drop-off and being able to really dominate and do what they're supposed to do against other defenses. So, I mean, just being able to battle, compete against them, hopefully we give them more confidence and make them better.
You mentioned your mental state being different now versus last year. How so?
Honestly, for me, it just even switched. My best friend died a few weeks ago. So just being able to really embrace life and know what life is about, just really trying to get better each and every day and not take anything for granted. And I feel like it's easy to say, but I mean, for me, my life's kind of changed over the last year, the last 2 years, just having my daughter, having people that I love leave this earth. So, I mean, for me, it's really just about fighting each and every day, just getting better and really being able to enjoy what's here in front of me.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your best friend?
He got shot and killed.
Really sorry about your best friend, bro. Yeah. You mentioned who's at the top of that list in terms of, cornerback rankings. First game of the season, you get to share a field with Jalen Ramsey. Do you view it as an opportunity to kind of put your name on the list and say, I'm the best corner on this field that day?
Right. For sure. I mean, that's the attitude. I feel like that's what sets him apart and has set him apart for many years. Him having that confidence, that swag, just that he was the best. And even when he got beat, it was still, I'm the best. You just got me on that play. And he's always going to fight and scratch and claw for everything. So I mean, that's just something that he has instilled kind of in this new generation of DBs, is just having that confidence, having that swag, and kind of never getting down on yourself, staying true to who you are, and just really going out and competing. So I mean, that's what I'm going to do for sure.
Has this camp been any more challenging for you without Kyle Fuller, just practicing without him, the difference, the void that he leaves?
I wouldn't say it was more difficult, no. Just because what you kind of learn from Kyle makes this situation, makes what I'm going into this year a lot easier. Having him around last year and how he approached the game, how he went about it, and not being just about the fluff and just about all the lights and cameras and all that, but he really was a hard worker. We all know the film that he watched and how he just led by example, and he didn't talk too much, but he was real strategic in everything that he did. So I mean, just being able to take those traits and those that quality from him is going to help me throughout my career.
I got two more. Not having his iPad with him or on, what did you learn from him about watching tape and how to do it, most efficiently?
Shit, you do it all day. I mean, we would go to dinner and Kyle's watching his iPad. Just the amount of reps, the amount of hours, the amount of time and sacrifice he put into taking away a little inch from the offense, or just finding one thing he can do to try to jump or make a play. Just the countless times that he did that over and over and over just to get that extra inch on his opponent.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but last week you had 2 really big interceptions in practice. And it seems like since then, a lot of guys have been getting their hands on balls. Early in camp, just trying to get them but not catching them.
Right.
Y'all have been kind of catching them. Do you kind of view that as your responsibility to kind of get the ball rolling on those turnovers and set the tone for taking the ball away?
100%. Just being able to lead by example. I mean, we can all say, let's get more turnovers, let's do this, and I'm dropping picks, or I'm not going to go get the ball. So, I mean, just for me, it's just about starting that, just going to get the ball, because, I mean, once you see one DB getting the ball, then Eddie wants to get the ball, then Kendall wants to get the ball, then the backers get involved, and it just brings more juice, more energy, but that starts with somebody taking action and actually making the play.
Thanks, guys.
Ron, yeah, this is you.
How's your wife doing, man?
They're doing good. They're doing good. Berkeley's at their pediatric appointment today for a weight checkup, actually. So I'm waiting for those numbers to come back. That's the most important stat.
I noticed you wearing the Mamacita hoodie. Is there any impact or mentality, that Mama mentality that you take from Kobe when it comes to coming to improving your game or going out there and giving it your all?
Be violent. Go get it. Don't let nothing stop you. You gotta fight for everything.
Rodney, with everything you've been through in your career, even stepping away from the game for a while, what would it mean to you to make this roster?
I mean, dealing with what I have gone through, just getting to this point is, a huge, huge goal, an accomplishment for me. Stepping away for 2 seasons, and then coming back and being at this part of camp, having the 2 games that I've had, it's huge. I mean, I don't want to say not a lot of people can do it, but at the same time, not a lot of people are strong enough to stay the course to get to this point. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm just really blessed to be here.
What do you think it is about you that has made you strong enough to stay the course and pushed you to get here?
My mom, I mean, she would have wanted the world for me, and just honoring her and, fighting back, being back in the NFL, her not being able to see me, play college football and, play downs in the league, and, it's all for her. So, I mean, now she has to, share that spot with Brexley, but, just staying strong,
What do you remember about last summer, about getting here, having a very small window, and just the whole process of trying to figure out whether you were going to stay, and, that late August stretch from a year ago?
Probably the hardest part was waiting in the hotel for like those 3 days because of COVID, and then having to run those routes at the workout that I had to do. And then, you know, having sat out, I was in the fire, full pads, going against top-notch athletes in practice. It wasn't easy. I can tell you that. It wasn't easy. Like, it was hard for me to just like, oh, I got to remember how to step this way, get 5 yards, try to shed this. It was hard. And I just had to, you know, stay the course, keep fighting, keep going. And, you know, Coach Furtham, you know, they stuck with me. They worked with me every single day. And, you know, I'm blessed for them. I'm blessed for this organization for giving me the opportunity. And, you know, we're just going to keep fighting.
What do you remember about the nerves at Cuts weekend?
From last year? Yeah. I wasn't thinking about it, honestly. I mean, like I said, to be at that point, you know, having to fight back, it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me.
3 days that you were in the hotel, what'd you do?
Literally sat and watched HGTV. Literally. Literally, that's all I did.
What have the last few days been like for you? Obviously, the moment for you both Friday night and Saturday got a lot of attention, not just in Chicago, just nationally. What's it just been like to kind of see the outpouring of support and excitement for you?
I told Madison that our daughter is more famous than the both of us. So it's been cool, you know, having the exposure, you know, and having Bexley have that exposure, having Madison have that exposure. I mean, it's really cool just to see how much, you know, the city of Chicago, you know, the Bears organization, the Bears fans show love to a family that they barely even know. And it's amazing, you know, coming here every day, you know, the whole staff, the cooks, you know, how's everyone doing? How's the family doing? It is amazing. I love it. And you can't take it for granted. Because one day, it's all going to be over. So, it's cool.
What's been your mentality towards special teams, and what does Coach Tabor kind of ask you to focus on in that area?
Just compete. You know, I'm trying to find a spot where I can help in special teams. So, I mean, he's you know, putting me in different spots and trying to see what I can do and, you know, just competing every day.
Ronnie, as somebody who's been with 3 teams and seen a lot of what this league is like, what's your appreciation for what this final preseason game Saturday is for so many guys as their last chance to state a case on why they should be where they're at?
I mean, for guys who won't see that much playing time, it's important to just show what you can do, show your abilities. I mean, even if it's like a small thing, like a hitch, you know, show how good you can run that hitch and get open. And, you know, it's some people, they aren't going to make it. But, I mean, I say that don't get down because there's 32 other teams. There's more leagues out there you can go to. But, you know, just keep fighting. If you keep fighting, something's going to work out.
Is there an intensity and a stress to that, you know, trying to perfect the hitch? And
I mean, listen, if he's man to man, beat that man. Beat him. You know, like a hitch. Beat him. It don't matter what it is. So, I mean, I wouldn't say stress about it, because if you stress, it's more pressure on you. Just go out and have fun. You make a bad play, it's a bad play. Forget about it. You know, everyone makes a bad play. Everyone drops the ball. Everyone runs the wrong route. Who cares? Focus on that next play.
Do you have a mentor, either on this team or in your life, that can get you to the next, you know, now that you're here, get you to the next step?
A mentor, no. Life, yes. I just learn off of everyone's mistakes. You know, social media is a big place. You know, everything is on social media. So, you know, you see who's doing what in the league, who's doing what outside of the league. You know, you just take from everywhere. You can use that in every aspect of your life. No matter who it is, no matter what it is, you can always learn, because life is the best mentor to me, in my opinion. You can learn a lot from life just by observing everything.
How do you filter out the BS on social media? There's a lot of that, too.
social media, I mean, it's not, today's social media is different. It's different. I mean, back then, I mean, you just post a few things, no one really cared. But now, listen, you post one thing, your life is over. Your life is over. So, I mean, we just got to be cautious, you know, in what you post, what you do. And if someone does post their own thing, you're going to know not to post what he just posted. So, I mean, you know, you're just learning every single day, you know.
All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ronnie.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.